I don't like counterspells. Like, I might run 1 or 2 counterspells, but I try my best to keep it at 0. And usually those counterspells are something that are loosely counterspells. They usually bounce something back. Like things that don't completely counter the spell, but maybe delay it for a turn. And it's not like I hate blue or anything. I really enjoy blue. It has some of my favorite things like cloning in there. It's just that for me, personally, I find that it makes things too easy. I played this game for over 24 years and I've had my fun with counterspells. One of my earliest strong decks that I built was a Talrand Sky Summoner counterspell deck. I know, it doesn't sound very fun. And after some time, it wasn't because I was winning most of my games. So eventually I started cutting more and more counterspells out of my deck and I realized that winning the game wasn't the most fun thing to me. I found that I had more fun coming up with a challenging idea and being able to still pull off the win. For me, it wasn't the win that was fun, it was the challenge. I love being surgical with my spells and putting players in interesting positions where they have to try to figure out how to get over my shenanigans. Well, just the other day I was in a game where I cast Perplexing Test that allowed me to keep all of my tokens and bounce all of their creatures back to their hand. But despite me returning their entire board back to their hand, they managed to find a way to be able to rebuild and still win the game. And even though I still lost, it was incredibly fun because we had such an interactive stack battle during that player's turn. Now, I don't mind if other people play counterspells. In fact, it's kind of fun to figure out a way to win around those. But for some twisted reason, I just kind of like to play with my hands tied behind my back and try to win that way. Now, I'm not 100% against counterspells. If it makes sense for the theme of the deck, I will run it. Or the theme might be too janky or too challenging, and I might need 1 or 2 counterspells to help. Or I might run counterspells that don't directly say counter a spell. But the less I run these, the more creative I have to be to win the game, and I think that makes me stronger in the end. Now obviously high-powered metas bracket 4 or above, I'm down to run some counterspells. But any deck running blue that's 3 or below, I'm going to try my best to run no counterspells and be able to win the game that way.